3, 2, 1, and pills. Also, I love Ramsey's hat. I just noticed that.
Absolutely. So, we might have some controller issue. Oh, no, he's moving his pills now. But um, on Wolf's side, it looks like we had a misdrop, but slowly cleaning up his board over there. It looks like
And
he's
it,
not really pressing the down button too much, but still making some plays.
absolutely. It looked like there might have been a slight timer delay on Wolf's side, so we'll get that checked out.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Ramsey over here making some really nice plays. I love this underclear that he's doing there to get that red in column one
Wow.
down to just 5 viruses already. Ooh, look at this red blue that he's
Yes.
getting.
Well, and if you saw, he actually forewent actually clearing a pill in the 7th column to eliminate some of the drop time by putting a pill underneath it. So really good foresight there and really good um, getting that drop time. Oh, we got a pause buffer too on his side.
Oh, look at this cross clear. Oh, he didn't go for it.
We
That's
do
all
have
right
a
though.
top
He's
out.
still.
So Richard,
Oh,
go ahead and reset your time and start with level 4 again and just continue on. We definitely want to see you play some more.
absolutely. As we mentioned in the last match, those top outs happen, and you just gotta keep rolling with the punches, and just keep playing your game.
And so on Ramsey's side, he has quite a bit of pills on one side versus the other, but it's not stopping him from actually clearing this down. Look at this play. Oh, so good. The drop clears. I love it.
Absolutely, and you're gonna see him take a little bit of a drop time here, but to set up that yellow garbage dropping onto the virus in column one, but a bit of a misflip there in his column 8. He was trying to drill that blue down. He still has the potential to get the blue horizontally and then maybe drop that red down. It's a bit of an advanced play, and he's got a piece of blue garbage in the way, so we'll see if he's able to do that.
Yeah, and one of the things that these players are actually going to want to watch for is when you clear something that you're just trying to drop pills, it could also affect, your setup. So definitely playing simpler is better coming from me, who is not somebody who plays simply.
Absolutely. But we see
Oh, look at
Ramsey
this.
just needing one more blue. He's gonna tuck it in there and be out of his 5 at about a 305.
But Richard is now starting back on his level 4 and definitely playing a lot cleaner than he did the first round. So he is getting some of these viruses out of the way.
Absolutely. He's got a bit of a clump of his blues though here on his left side. And unfortunately, the reds there are covered by that blue garbage. He does have the opportunity to take this double red and tuck it
And
underneath,
he
which
does.
he does. Great play by Ramseyfox. Or excuse me, Richard Wolf. Too many animals here. I'm getting confused.
We got a zoo going on in here. But yeah, like they're really working quickly on these levels. Ramsey is now down to 14 viruses in level 6, but again, a 2-level deficit is sometimes hard to come back for, but Richard is still putting good work to these pills.
Absolutely. And another thing to keep in mind on Richard's side is when he topped out, he did go ahead and reset his timer, which our rules state that your timer does continue
Mm.
ongoing. So that 229 that we're seeing is a little bit inaccurate. But at this point, I don't think it's going to matter for this match as Ramsey just has one more blue and he's going to be out of his level 6. You're going to see him take this
Watch
drop
this
down.
though.
Really nice play by Ramsey out at a 442 onto his level 7.
And Richard, on the other hand, did a really good horizontal in order to drop the the pills to where it's set up for that blue being cleared. So a really good play on that side as well.
Yeah, just gonna need one more red, and out of level 4 on into level 5. We'll see if a bit of a pause buffer strat butter buffer strat there. We'll see if he's able to get through this level 5 a little bit more cleanly, Betty.
Yeah. I think, a lot of times we forget how we were when we first did the tournament. So I know I was nervous as all get out and making tons of misflips. So it does get easier, I will say, and don't let any sort of nerves discourage you from keeping on playing.
Absolutely. I think the nerves aspect of it is probably one of the biggest things that does tend to hinder players, and I know personally it never really you never really get over it, but you do get used to it the more you
Yes,
play.
yes, exactly. Oh, nice play.
Yeah, Ramsey's got a bit of a situation here in his column for he's got these yellows stacked up. I'm not really sure what happened there. It looked like there might have been a little bit of garbage, but he does manage to clear it out and looking to potentially clear out these blues horizontally, which he does. Nice play by Ramsey.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking over on Richard's side and making some good plays to clear up some trash that was limiting how he could clear these blues, and now has it basically clear in order to get to anything right now. Let's see if he uses this yellow to make a horizontal, because that would have been a good easy way to clear both of those yellows down at the bottom.
Absolutely. And you'll notice there in that column 4 of Ramsey, he had the red yellow. He chose to stack it on top of the yellow garbage. Had he just gone ahead and matched the red and the yellow pills, that would have just dropped down and cleared it out for him nice and even. He does still manage to clear it out though, but it gave him a little bit of drop time, but he's going to be out of his level 7 and the 4/7 block at a 7:15.
Very good, very good. And Richard's still working on his level 5, and making a good tuck play there and for the yellows. And we'll see if they continue playing and getting some practice in, or if they have noticed that their opponent is done.
Yeah, and this does go down as a win for Ramseyfox in this first game. But I want to say I just want to give Richard props for hanging in there and keeping
Yeah,
going because to top out on your first level of your very first tournament, I'm sure that's got to be very frustrating and mentally that'll do things to you. So great job here by Richard to stick in there and keep going after it.
absolutely. And it looks like there's a little bit there. Okay, so I think he might have seen. Okay, so we are topping out at 6, and we'll probably get a reset from Richard. Yep. We've got GG's in chat from both players.
I find it really interesting now, especially in silvers, to watch the newer players play, especially those who are not as familiar with all of the strats and stuff that you'll see in the top 16 bracket. It's very interesting to me to see how these players are learning and where they're starting. Like take Adelito for instance. Adelito, when Adelito first started out, we were seeing some misdrops from Adelito, and then all of a sudden something just clicked, and Adelito's become one of the best of the best.
Mhm.
And it's just really amazing to me to see how far our players come from getting started to where they are like 6 months to a year from now. And I'm really excited to see where these players take off.
Absolutely. Now Ramsey was adjusting his fox hat because he is ready to go on with the second match and and hopefully move on to the finals, because the winner of this match goes directly to the finals with the few drops that we had in the tournament and it being locked. So this is actually going to be a finalist here.
Yeah, a lot riding on this match for these two players. As we have a ready from Ramsey and a ready from Richard, and our 3, 2, 1 pills.
I really like how you could tell that Ramsey's looking all the way down the board because he was able to maneuver those pills in between a few columns and put it exactly where it needed to be. So he's definitely looking more than just at the top level, which is really a good thing to start to get used to doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when, and I think he had a little bit of an issue with his top line where that pill, he just didn't have a place for it. So, like you were saying, just great foresight by Ramsey to be able to go down and find a place for that pill. Meanwhile, over here on Rich Wolf's side, you see just one yellow left on his board
Mm.
and a whole lot of blue and a whole lot of red. I'm just going to call it raspberries and blueberries just because I can. But and the issue that he's having is that yellow is just buried deep down in that column 8. Really going to need some red and blues to open up that board, Betty.
Yeah, and on Ramsey's side, he's getting pills that, aren't really helping with what he needs. And so figuring out, oh, look at this play. Oh, it's so good. The drop clears that set up for the next combo that you can do. See, my versus heart is just so happy right now with what he's doing over on his side. So loving that play. But yes, trash management is a huge issue when it comes to RNG just not giving you what you need. And right now he needs blue. And of course, there we go. See, Doctor provides.
Yep.
There we go. Out at
We
a
had
350 or 152.
We had a sweet tea from Richard Wolf, the sixth here, with that double red. Now, he had an opportunity to clear out the yellow horizontally. Elects to go ahead and do it vertically, but he's going to be out at a 205. So actually pretty close match here, Betty.
Absolutely, with that RNG that he was getting at the beginning, that he really did keep it close, so that we're within 3 viruses of each other. So
Yeah, I'd really like to see some double reds for Richard right now. You see down towards the bottom of his board, he's got that red there in column 7, and then these reds here in column 4 that have a bit of a gap between them, so he'll need a little bit more than just one double red. But right now, Doctor just giving him blues and yellows, which isn't a bad thing considering his top line is all blue and yellow at this point.
yeah, Ramsey, on the other hand, is getting a bunch of red and blues when he had red and blues on his top line. So the doctor is providing exactly what he's needing on his side, and he's making great work with it. Oh, look at this.
Beautiful drill down by Ramsey.
And clearing a little bit of trash up on Richard's side has given him access to underneath again. And yellows are exactly what he needs at this time. So using those to clear.
Yes, and
Causing
meanwhile, Ramsey out at a 324, blazing fast level 5 for Ramsey. Amazingly done.
Oh, you see him building for this cross clear. Oh man, I love it.
Yeah, he
Taking
had
it
an
a
opportunity. Go ahead.
taking it a little bit prematurely in order and causing a little bit of trash, but still I could see those gears turning, and I like what I see on
And
his end.
basically the same thing I was going to say. But as we see Richard Wolf just making some really nice drill clears to get to the bottom of the board. One thing he could have done with that red blue was to put it on top of the red garbage there in column 7 with the blue overhanging, and then all it would have had to do was to underclear the yellow. But as we
Oh,
see now, he is going to take a really nice drop clear. This double red
and
is really
another.
nice. and
Yes.
with a 426 out. So it worked out for him. Um, Not exactly the most efficient play, but it still worked out and on to his level 6.
Yeah, and on the other hand, on Ramsey's side, he's making oh, look at that fat log. We love our fat logs here.
That log.
As you guys will know, as you get in on the community, we do have a lot of terms for things. A fat log is a 2 by 2 or 2 by 4 that he looks like he's setting up another one down at the very bottom of his screen. So we'll see if he gets that, even though no viruses will be cleared if he does. But we love seeing it. We love seeing it.
Yep. Not sure about that double blue on the red in column 6. He may be thinking about building up a platform to clear out the red horizontally. Um,
It is fairly high up in order to do that, but
yeah,
we'll
and
see.
I think with that other double blue that he put down in column 3, I think that's exactly what the plan is.
Mhm.
It's gonna be, yeah, and I see him building up for it now. So that is the plan. It's probably not the fastest plan, but it does work.
Yeah, and he's just sticking to plan, and I think that's one good thing that you can do is don't forget what plans you have in the works because once you forget, then you build on top of it and ruin it. So, oh, look at this play. He built it enough to where he could have that cross clear. He's into
Sweet
7 at a
tea.
609. Yes.
Yeah, and Ramsey, meanwhile, down to 14 viruses in level 6. Not really sure what to do with this double blue, and I can't say I blame you, buddy, because that was not the pill you wanted to see. Elects to just drop it and column 8 is garbage, which I think was probably the right call in that scenario. Gonna have a really nice drop combo here. It does have a bit of drop time, but nice and clear for him. Just down to 10 viruses left as Ramsey is pulling away and probably running away with this match, Betty.
Yeah, he since he's already into 7, it's quite a deficit to get to, but, you can see that, uh, it looks like Richard is trying to actually clean up, some of the trash that he's seen on, in levels 6 and 7, but, right now, I think he needs to focus on those, pills that are available to him, which he's starting to do now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's probably a little bit concerned about the blue there in column 7,
Mhm.
which he could potentially clear horizontally. But this red right now that he's started to work on has been hindering him a little bit. Let's see if he takes the blue horizontally here. Does great play by Richard Wolf.
And I do like his, way of now he's going to try and desandwich, which desandwich means to remove a different color from in between 2 similar colors. So you can see in column 1 where that yellow is in the middle of 2 reds that could clear. He's making some great plays to clear up the trash and be able to work with these pills again.
Yeah, that was a great horizontal. He does block off though the D sandwich opportunity a little bit
Mhm.
with the garbage there.
Oh,
And oh, we seem to have lost Richard. So let's talk about Ramsey. Down to just 2 pills left.
yep,
Looks like his stream went down,
yep,
possibly.
and going for an under clear on these blues to not let oh, maybe a horizontal, let's
Nice
go.
horizontal.
Nice shift on changing that and added a 826, and I believe unless unless Richard plays some really speedy, Dr. Mario, I believe he took the 2nd game as well.
Yeah, I think you're right, Betty. Looks like it was Twitch ads popping up for Richard Wolf's stream. But provisionally, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to call that Ramseyfox does take this game 2 and the match, and will go on to face the winner of JB Henry versus Razor Flame Coon in the finals. So congratulations to Ramsey. Also, congratulations to Richard Wolf on your first tournament. Very well done. We look forward to seeing you again in 2023.
Are we getting confirmation on the timers
Yeah,
there? It looks like we had a game over on the other side, so I believe this does go to Ramsey.
Yeah, and it's been marked. So Ramsey
Okay.
will go on, as we said, to face the winner of JB Henry versus Razor Flame Coon. Coming up next,